Hello, beautiful Aquarius. Welcome to your February 2025 tarot reading. I am Elena Valdez, and this reading is for you if you have Venus, Moon, Sun, or Rising sign in Aquarius. Welcome. We're going to get right into this. Oh, and also happy birthday, Aquarius. I know some of you are January babies, but others of you are February babies. So happy birthday season to you. I hope that all of your wishes are coming true. And this is a trippy time for Aquarian energy, right? You have that Pluto that went into your sign back in November of 2024. It's going to hang out there with you for about 20 years. You know, no pressure, no worries. It's all good. But depending on what planet you have in Aquarius, this influence of Pluto is going to affect you differently, right? So for those of you who are early degree sun signs, so if you were born in January, early February, this is going to be about your identity, your purpose, right? Revamping it. Dying to an old way of being to renew and rebirth to a new way of being. If this is your rising sign, again, it is also about identity, but it's also about Pluto revamping your outlook in life and how other people view you. A lot of Aquarian placements are going to have sort of like a comeback, if you will. Almost like you are putting to rest an old you, an old way of showing up in life. And now here you're getting to reinvent. So this is going to happen at different times depending on what degree these planets are in for you. So if you have early degree sun sign, you're already probably feeling that energy. For those of you who have Venus in Aquarius, you know, this is about completely revamping, transforming, transitioning a relationship that you're currently in. So it can also mean, you know, walking away from some relationships, right? But it can also mean moving into the next level. And for others of you who have your moon there, this can be, you know, bringing up topics of your mother, a significant parent, the home that you live in. Potentially you're trying to figure out whether or not you want to move somewhere different. For some of you, that's going to mean abroad, depending on where you live, right? So Aquarian energy overall is going through huge transition, massive changes here. And here's the thing, Aquarius. For a lot of you with Pluto energy there, you're almost like unrecognizable to yourself. And you're going to need a minute. You're going to need a minute to adjust to the new you, because for a lot of you, this is about huge career changes, huge, even if you're still within the same industry that you've always been in, it's almost like you are recreating yourself, right? Pluto there wants you to shed the old you, the version of yourself that, okay, been there, done that. Who am I now, right? This is about movement forward evolution. Aquarius is about Aquarian energy is always steps ahead of everyone else, right? You guys are the geniuses. You're the ones who come up with brilliant ideas because your secondary ruler is Uranus. And you also can concretely execute those amazing ideas because your traditional ruler is Saturn. So you have a lot of beautiful energy happening, but now with Pluto, this big heavy hitter right there in your sign for the next 20 years, you have to completely revamp something in your life. So whether it's your identity, where you live, your home, your roots, some of you may be going into adoption, rebuilding a new family, moving away from family. Some of you are straight up saying goodbye to your entire root system, meaning your family members, and you're starting from scratch. It's going to apply differently for all of you depending on what planet you have an Aquarius. And if you would like an actual astrological reading, I am an astrologer first and foremost. I also specialize in locational astrology. So if you'd like to book a reading with me, my information is down below. Let's get into your tarot reading, beautiful Aquarius. Let's start with the general energy here for you in February. What is the general energy? And I will show you these cards as they come out. Yeah. Already you have the Six of Pentacles in reverse and the Empress. What else for our beautiful Aquarius? 4 of Pentacles in reverse and the Empress. What else for our beautiful Aquarius? 5 of Pentacles in reverse and the Empress. What else for our beautiful Aquarius? 4 of Pentacles in reverse and the Empress. What else for our beautiful Aquarius? 3 of Pentacles in reverse and the Empress. 5 of Pentacles in reverse and the Empress. It looks like you're putting something on pause right now, Aquarius. Or maybe there's a delay. Hold on, let me get more info. Yeah, you're needing, yeah. Okay, so, yep, you got the Six of Pentacles in reverse with the Empress. And you have the Hanged Man with the Lovers in reverse. Aquarius, the general energy for February 2025, right out of the gate here, is about slowing down some kind of process or before making a decision here with the Lovers in reverse. And by the way, this can be anything. This can be work, business, relationship. Something I'm picking up heavily, something to do with a contract, something to do with either a new position, a new contract, something that is meant to bring you some form of stability here with the Empress and the Six of Pentacles in reverse. There's a proposition here that you're weighing. For some of you, this is, again, it's financial, but for others of you, this can potentially be romantic, although I'm picking up less of a romantic vibe here. Even though the Lovers, don't let the Lovers fool you. The Lovers, it looks hot and steamy, but really what this is about, the original traditional meaning of this is about making a choice, being at a crossroads, right? And you got it in reverse next to the Hangman. The Hangman is about pausing to see all perspectives. If this is about a contract, a new contract that you're entering in, whether it's business, I'm picking up contract heavily. And there's some financial nature to it, or something to do with your comfortability, maybe where you will live, how you will live. And you're being encouraged here through the Hanged Man to pause, make sure that all POVs are being considered, make sure that everyone has their best interests, or your best interests are being looked out for here. There's a path, there's a choice, there's something that needs to be decided. But you're being encouraged in this reading to pause. Or potentially you're already there, you're hesitating. There's something that you are hesitating and you're sort of like, ooh, I don't know, I gotta hold back a little bit. Something happened here for you to get to this place though. And with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, you may have observed that this thing that you were moving towards, whether it's a relationship, a new job, a new place to live, again, whatever it is for you, you may have observed that something was not balanced, or that maybe you were going to get the short end of the stick here. Six of Pentacles in reverse, this is out of whack. This is being out of balance. And when it's next to the Empress is our comfortability, it's our harmony, it's our peace. There may be some contractual thing happening here with either a Taurus or a Libra with the Empress here as well. Maybe potentially even a Gemini. Doesn't have to be, these are just energies, okay? But in any case, Aquarius, there's something here that made you realize, oh, this is imbalanced. Oh, is this really worth my time? And this reading right now is strongly encouraging you. Yeah, your instinct is correct to pause on this for a little bit. And a pause doesn't need to be a full-on stop, right? This could very well just be encouraging you to slow down a process for a reason. Like maybe there's full maturation that hasn't occurred until maybe a later time, right? Like maybe you are due to benefit more if you wait a little longer. I have a feeling some of you are negotiating something here. And it's almost like the reading is saying, don't move to accept something too quickly if you know it can be better for you. So, and by the way, if you are liking my content so far, please take a moment to subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. All right, let's move into advice, even though that to me feels very much like advice. Let's see, what advice do we have here for Aquarius for the month of February? Advice for Aquarius. Oh. So what this looks like, Aquarius, is that it's a heart over mind issue. For some of you, yes, there's a group of you, this is a contractual monetary situation. For others of you, you're trying to decide between two individuals here. This could be a romantic thing. The two individuals may also be two creative partners, very different from one another. Two business partners, very different from one another. One may be a fire sign with the Queen of Wands here, and the other may be a water sign with the Queen of Cups here. But you have the Two of Pentacles smack in the middle. And with the Lovers here, remember the Lovers is about choosing a path, being in reverse. This is, I don't envy you, Aquarius. So for some of you, this is about choosing between two romantic partners, very different from one another, okay? One can be spicy, fiery, fun, adventurous, and the other one is emotional, nurturing, sweet, kind, loving. Very different, yet they both appeal to you. This can also be the case if this is about a creative project or some kind of business project or whatever this thing is that for those of you who are negotiating a monetary thing. I'm thinking it could also be like a job, or there's something here where you are having to decide between two very different energies, okay? But they're both appealing to you. Like they both have these pros, right? That are like, whoa, that actually seems really awesome. And, you know, it's interesting with the Empress, it's like they're both great. And that's the problem, isn't it, Aquarius? It's not that it would be much easier if the negatives were obvious enough where you can say, okay, yes, this is the path I'm taking, which is why you are being encouraged with the Hangman and the Lovers in reverse to take a beat. If this is about two potential lovers or potential committing to a different person or what have you, you may need a little bit more time to see what's a better option for you, Aquarius. And again, whether it's romantic or not, I feel like you need a little bit more time. Although I'm feeling that for some of you, you don't have time because there's an expiration date on when you have to give an answer. If it's like a project, creative, that kind of thing. Also, for others of you though, this is encouraging in the work that you're doing. If it's creative, intellectual, scientific, whatever it is for you, you are being encouraged here not to be afraid to balance. Balance the passionate action side of the projects or the work that you're doing along with nurturing and spirit. There's something about meshing spirituality with the Queen of Cups, because Queen of Cups is the most spiritual, nurturing, loving, fulfilling. She's all about the feels, right? And the Queen of Wands is all about the action, but also action and creativity, action and that raw energy that she holds inside. And please, this is not a gender specific read. So male, female, you apply gender how it best resonates for you, beautiful Aquarius, okay? So for those of you who are needing to decide between two of these energies, whether it's a person, a job, creative project, yes, you're being encouraged to pause. And for others of you who are working on something, it's almost like the universe, source is saying, give yourself permission to mesh. I feel like for some of you watching here today, you've never been here before where you have the opportunity to really put in all of your skill set into one medium. I hope that makes sense. So like, for example, if you're a painter, an artist who's used to painting with one type of medium, you're now suddenly mixing. And the mixing, the way you do it, Aquarius, is working very nicely. You're being encouraged to trust yourself in that process. The reason it's a little like, oh, should I not, is because they both on their own stand delicious and perfect, whether it's a person, a project, a medium. Like it all stands perfectly on its own, that you're not sure if you want to mesh it, right? So it's sort of like, yeah, you can actually. For some of you, this is about giving yourself permission to get to know two people simultaneously. And I know that's difficult for some, right? And for those of you, obviously, those of you who are in poly relationship, this is very much going to vibrate and resonate with you, right? It's like one is a bit more fiery, the other one is a bit more emotional, and you're trying to balance, you know, like if you're somebody who's in that kind of relationship, you're trying to balance it, but it feels like there is a choice or decision that needs to be made here. Otherwise, you wouldn't have gotten the Lovers in reverse. So whether the choice is to move forward in this creative project, meshing the two sides of whatever this is, or whether it's you needing to make a decision between two partners, or you needing to decide between two business partners. I think I made myself clear with that. Let me see if there are any ending tips for you, beautiful Aquarius. Let's see. Closing advice for Aquarius. I wish I was an Aquarius. Did you know that you are the intellectual snobs of the zodiac? Well deserved, by the way. Well deserved. Okay, let's see. Ooh, you're going to need to make a decision soon. Some of you don't have the time. Some of you have a deadline. Oh my gosh. Look how we went from brilliant, awesome, gorgeous, stunning color here to this dark, ominous, like, woe is me energy. And let me tell you why that is. Two of Swords is the opposite of Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles encourages us to balance a choice, a decision, two different things. Two things that are opposite from one another. But it also encourages us to see the pros and cons of a situation to ultimately come to a decision with the Lovers in reverse. When we get stuck in the procrastination or in the rewriting the pros and cons over and over again, like something's going to change, and you get stuck in the inaction of making a decision, we then move into Two of Swords, which is even more confusion to begin with, okay? Remember, the Hanged Man with the Lovers, it's not saying to stop from moving forward and making a decision. What it's saying is to pause, to consider all the point of views of everyone involved and to consider the pros and cons of a situation. It's not saying to completely stop. The Hangman isn't a full-on stop. It's a, wait a minute, hold up, pause, check it out. Did you check under the hood? Did you check to make sure there's water in the tank, gas in the tank before you go on that road trip? It's not saying don't go. It's just saying pause and check, right? But what's happening here, Aquarius, for some of you, not all of you, if you don't get to the point, some of you just have to make a decision because there's a contract involved here. But for others of you, the advice here is don't wait too long to make a final decision, because what's going to happen is going to add more confusion, not just to you, but the other parties involved, as well as it's going to put you in a place of woe is me, or other people are going to get more invested in you or this project, and there's going to be unnecessary hurt that happens here. And with the Hermit, this is about just being in a place of reflecting. And on its own, the Hermit is beautiful because what it does, it allows us some time to isolate, to really reflect on things before we make a decision. But when it's next to the Five of Cups and the Two of Swords, it's basically saying don't wait too long, Aquarius. That's a very important ending a message for you here. It's like, yes, take your time, but don't wait too long, because the waiting is actually confusing you more. For others of you, you may possibly get to a point where when you do make the decision between two elements, two things, two people, whatever it is, you will need to mourn the one you gave up. Okay? You will need to give yourself time to grieve it, to be sad about it, and also expect that the other side will be disappointed as well. whatever this is, okay? Because some of you are afraid of causing that kind of turmoil, pain in someone. This is saying, basically, that's not your problem, right? Like, I know that sounds a little bit insensitive, and I don't mean it in an insensitive way. It's more like you need to decide what's true to you, what actually resonates with you, and be in alignment with that and trust that, even if it means the other party involved will be hurt. There is some disappointment here. There's no doubt about that. There is someone's going to be disappointed here. So, you have your hands full, Aquarius. Whatever this is, I wish you tons of luck. I know you've got this. And remember, you're vibrant, beautiful, amazing, and just trust yourself. You've got the answers. You know what you need to do. All right. I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, I hope to find you back here again soon. Bye.